Another costly project, an apartment block in Pavlodar built 4 years ago under money of the state housing program, is already in emergency condition, say independent experts. They conclude that the walls of the building are covered with cracks and the constructor used foam blocks instead of bricks. The authorities claim that the commission that examined the building before launching it into operation found no defects.
We constantly have to fix everything. 4 years ago, Pavlodar resident Yerzhan Aralov bought his apartment using mortgage line. The building raised by the state program is now in emergency condition with cracks covering it like cobwebs. Tenants are even afraid to hang pictures on the wall. These are the consequences of a strong wind a couple of weeks back. Most of the apartments in this high-rise are populated by young families who do not let their kids walk around on their own. People are afraid of the metal and plastic facing, as huge sheets tend to tear off and tumble down. We saw with our own eyes how a big sheet fell on the friend's car, completely crushing it underneath. This happens during strong winds. Construction expert Anatoly Yarkov says that the building is dangerous and the poor work is easily spotted. Even the cap sank there by 5 centimeters. It should be completely removed and replaced. The cap is separated from the building. It was just stuck by it. The fragility of the building is explained by the construction's hackwork and the negligence of officials. According to documents, the building has a brick base, whereas in reality it appears to be made of foam concrete blocks. The city administration claims that everything is legal and the commission could not launch a faulty building into operation. Apparently, the cracks on the walls and the sunken foundation do not prove anything, although the official failed to explain the mysterious replacement of bricks with foam concrete blocks. I wouldn't call this hackwork. Maybe we'll see some design flaws or indeed the results of its poor execution. This issue needs to be investigated. The officials advised the tenants to sue the constructors. After all, the building's warranty lasted for only 3 years. Thus, all the problems solved will have to be done by the apartment owners. Now these tenants will have to cover their mortgage in the next 10 years and also cover the cost of the building's maintenance.
Environment specialists oppose the new initiatives of the Almaty administration as the officials want to cut in half the number of permits required for felling trees growing inside the city.
Siver's apple and other trees in the Kazakh Red Book are under threat of deforestation. Officials and deputies of the Almaty administration intend to introduce changes in the rules of keeping and protecting the green areas of the city. On one hand, the innovations will reduce bureaucratic procedures, but on the other, will cut in half the number of documents needed for felling the trees. The city administration wants to allow the felling of redbook trees in the territory of the city if there is a public need. This is just a crazy contradiction to the national legislation. The current system allows the cutting down of more than 300 trees along the central avenues of the metropolis. The deputy chief of Almaty's natural resources, Marat Kesikbayev, said the developers will compensate the damages in accordance with the law, although it is unclear when and where. If you go to any construction site and ask them to cut down a tree, the workers will refuse because they are afraid due to existing precedents. 17 cases have been already submitted to the environment prosecutor. Environment activists say that even officials of the Environment Ministry admit the deterioration of the air pollution levels in Almaty, making the felling of trees a luxury. The expansion and construction of roads as well as the new development projects only make the situation worse. Members of the Green Salvation intend to collect signatures against the decision of the city administration and also count all the redbook trees in Almaty.
A photo exhibition of ordinary municipal workers opened today in the Almaty downtown. It seeks to attract wider public attention to regular physicians, teachers and street cleaners.
The city must know its heroes. The exhibition of photographs dedicated to the residents of Almaty was organized on Wednesday in the heart of the city. 20 professional photos of doctors, teachers and street cleaners were installed right in the window display of one of the central supermarkets. Why do we always know and recognize some media figures like artists and celebrities? This is wrong, and this glamour imbalance is harmful. It is therefore very important to support ordinary people and their initiatives. The spontaneous exhibition will last for a month. It is organized by a non-governmental organization with the support of the district authorities. Around 50 people applied for the photo session in total. The organizers hope that all the regions of Kazakhstan will join the initiative.
This is all for today. Thank you for watching us. See you tomorrow.